It's Ray Give TV.
Ray Give TV.
Let's get right to it.
Officially, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've seen a lot of people send me this, and they says your reputation. I think you went through this before, where your reputation becomes in limbo because people are wondering if you're either jumping the gun or you're lying, right?
Nah, I wouldn't say his reputation. His reputation. My reputation it ain't in limbo because people have favoritism.
There we go.
Right?
Talk about it.
So the thing is,
Select
they're talking about
now. Slow down.
My reputation isn't on the line in this situation, right? So, Wack, where did this shit start from? Who was the one that originally posted this? Because people.
It was an app called Squid 8 from Chicago.
Right. So Act.
Yeah.
This hit came from Chicago itself.
It didn't come.
Somebody from Chicago.
So you didn't conjure this up?
No, not at all.
Man, somebody from Chicago did this, and somebody from LA sent it to me and said, "Hey, is this shit real?" So what I did was I looked into it. I found articles saying the same shit as whoever from Chicago posted it, right? That was a Chicago blog that posted that. So that came from the city of Chicago. The reason they not putting a face on it is because they know what comes with it. That's the same reason James Highsmith isn't going to speak against Larry Hoover. He still lives in fucking Chicago.
Really?
Now, what I read, the content I ran, the interview I ran, it was a great piece to protect Mr. Hoover. But
was it factual though, Wack? I know you wouldn't run no fake content. The guy who said Larry Hoover never told on me.
Here's the thing. I am not this individual. These men are in their 70s. All I can do is go over that newspaper clipping and ask him, was it factual? What does he account what happened that day? Which is up on my page, right? So I let him answer. But what I'm telling you is, one thing about it, like when you got two motherfuckers at the chessboard, we kind of know what each other's up to based upon our movement and based upon the moves he hasn't made. Then that lets me know what 1090's up to.
So, right? Wack, I'm gonna ask you again: if 1090 come with the work, and it shows that Larry Hoover may have done such, will you stand on the Hunter's side and say, hey, despite me having a conversation with the man who claimed, Larry Hoover never told on him, the work says otherwise, and Larry Hoover is a rat. Will you say
1090 can answer that? I'm always going to go off to work. He know that.
So, hey, Wack, let me ask you, right? Because you just said you always going to go off to work, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go off to work.
If you because you don't live in California State Prison, so if word comes out that somebody snitched, right? And you go and ask the person that did the shooting.
You got to remember, and the world has to remember, but you got to know. Because if it was a me and your thing, and we was reading the same way, we know we're going to find, whatever you find, I can find, right? So I'm telling you, based upon me knowing 1090 and how he moves and knowing what I got, I'm assuming, right? And actually, I'm not going to assume. I know he has a certain document and he just hasn't used it. So when I ask myself, well, why hasn't he fired the shot? I'm saying he's waiting to get back those 1968 documents. So I'm going to ask you, 1090, is there a certain document that's in your possession that you could have responded with but you haven't yet?
Absolutely.
There you go, Ack. I'm telling you, like, nigga, we chess players. I know.
But since we chess players, right? Let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
You Pyru.
If
If you hear one of the big homies in Pyru got some shit on his name, are you gonna wait for me to go get it, or are you gonna go get it?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna go get it.
So why the GDs ain't going to the Chicago courthouse to prove that Larry Hoover ain't got no fucking paperwork?
You want me to answer that question truthfully?
I want you to answer that question honestly.
for the same reason that I haven't.
They don't want it to. You feel me?
Well, I don't. I'm gonna be real. Like in this world, and I'm gonna keep it real and act. I think you would understand this shit. In this world, when it comes to some people and some things, there's gonna be selective politic in there, right? To where if it was these other people, you would do it. If it's Big Meats, you would do it, as if Ack is saying. But now that it's Larry Hoover, you know, you're not doing it, and it's not necessarily. Some situations could be out of fear, which is what 1090 is suggesting with James Highsmith. Maybe he changed his story out of fear. And I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just say it. If 1090 pulls that paperwork from 1968 and it's not in favor of Larry Hoover, that other piece that I know he probably has, it's gonna blow the doors off of everything. It's game over at that point. I know if I got it, he has to have it.
Hold on, Wack.
I know if my
Will you talk about him like how I've heard you discuss Big Meech, that he's a rat bastard if the paperwork says that, or will you give him the grace? Because here's the thing. I think that, you know, and I think some people, and 1090J could even jump in, some people are saying, bro, he's in his 70s or 60s, whatever. I don't know how old he is.
That doesn't matter. That don't matter.
Some people been saying that to say, come on, man. Bro, come on.
I'm kicking 50 in the ass. I got kids like he got kids. I got a reputation like he got a reputation. 1090 gonna feel the same way. Nobody really that got a set of cojones is gonna give a fuck about that. They gonna read what's on the work.
Oh wow.
Well, at the same time, you know, it's like there's a level of importance to shit like this, because I don't even think you can tally up how many GDs have died behind this shit, right? And what I said in my video was, this would be considered breaking the code by any standard, but what about the person that wrote the code?
Now I heard
so
you
people
say
were saying, oh, this was the 60s. That didn't matter back then. What you mean? Almost every gang is based off of the mafia. The mafia was the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Hey, by the way, real quick. Wait, 1090.
The hypocritical shot. How many people was eliminated based upon based on the order of the words of that man? See, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you got all these dudes, right? Because this man was 23 and went to prison in 1973. So the majority of the people DMing me, atting me, doing that shit that's mad as fuck ain't never even met this man. They weren't even alive by the time he went to prison.
Hey, I want to ask 1090.
So my thing is this: what happens when you find out that the person you've believed in and everything, and have crashed out behind, caught bodies behind, represented to the fullest, and you kept it so gangster, you got 7 damn life sentences yourself? What happens when you find out if he told on somebody?
Let me ask both of you this question, because this happened to me recently, right? And it's not necessarily that, but okay, yesterday, everybody is in my chat. They're at me on social media. They say, you got to go talk about Rock Nation. And I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I usually take every challenge that come towards me. Absol says something, I answer. Lil Baby say something, I answer. Meat Mill say something, I answer. But I'm not going to lie. And again, we're not talking about the streets here. We're talking about even as a content creator and somebody who's putting out information, and both of y'all do that. When they want me to go against Rock Nation, I said, I got to pick and choose my battles wisely, because nobody else will go Rock Nation. Y'all trying to send me to go get my head cut off. Let me ask you, 1090J, this. They're not even going to believe it. They're going to get more mad at me for bringing it to light. Let me not say it.
I mean, I'm already the most hated, so it's like
no, you're not. No, you're not. Get your.
I mean, Wack, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You got yours, but I'm white though, so I'm gonna get a different level.
You white? That's the list.
It's easier for them to say something about me than you. They're gonna say,
but you know why though? People. Let me tell you why I think I am, because I've been poking the bear longer than you about all kind of shit. So I ain't gonna lie, they hate your motherfucker. You could be my hated, not identical twin brother, but fraternal twin brother. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, you see what I sent you?
Yeah.
That's me asking that site, where did you get this from? And they admitted where they got it from. Because these people think I gave it to the site. They think I gave it to the site, and then I paid $10.90 to respond. That's how I respond. These people got a crazy-ass imagination, bro. It's nuts.
There's always some conspiracy theories behind shit. So that's how shit happens. And it's easier for people to be mad at me and you than to go ahead and figure out the shit for them fucking selves.
And what's crazy is,
man,
bro,
I seen a video earlier today. Some GD from Arkansas, some shit, talking about me saying this, that, and the third, saying I'm dumb, and then he couldn't even read the fucking paperwork. This man fucking up his words. So it's like, how am I dumb? You can't even read it. Never mind, go get it.
And so it's like, real act. If I didn't do what I did, it ain't no other voice out there unless it's a dude like you, big enough to fight this man in this type of lane. So, but I gotta tread lightly because I can't really go. Only thing I can go at him with is what he's using. But I know it's other pieces out there that he might obtain.
Wack. I'm gonna be honest, and not necessarily for you, but even when so what I was talking about, I started texting 1090 just to be transparent, and everything I consumed, I saw people trying to laugh at 1090, be like, "Yo, we finally got this nigga. He exposed. He really bit off more than he could chew."
That's because of the content I read. But I'm telling you,
he looked like he might have the work. It looked like.
Listen, before he came on here, I said, because of the content I read, because of the interviewing that dude, and what he said to kind of debunk what 1090's what his shit was, right? And the fact that he didn't respond immediately with what I know he probably has lets me know he's just being patient. He's being patient and he's waiting to get back. What that is, either way, he has a response. It's just either one could be a little shallow or one could just be an explosion where can't nobody say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I got a response to his response that he can use today. He know how I'm gonna come back. He knows it like I would know how he would come back. But again, he also knows that Wack is handling this shit with white gloves. He knows that too because
wait, Wack, are you handling this with white gloves? Because
I'm definitely handling it with white gloves.
Okay, because you probably fuck with a bunch of GDs and you probably
no. I'm gonna be real. I'm not really too. All the youngsters from Chicago I deal with, they say some disrespectful shit when it comes to these type of people. They don't care. I'm gonna be real. He is kind of, in a way, he's part of that black history, as if like Al Capone or those other dudes are part of their history on the other side of it. But I gotta keep it 100. If it's been under false pretense and 1090 come back with some shit, some real shit, it ain't nothing nobody can say. You can't be mad at him for another person's actions.
Wait. By the way, I was doing my Google on the side. So it said that the Gangster Disciples supposed, because I hear this one guy, he be like on King David. And so the guy known as King David, him and Larry Hoover merged what they had going on to create the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. And that is like, I guess, the GDs, what it is. Hey, listen, y'all got to be getting mad threats. I'm still confused why, if I was...
Hey, bro, you know the crazy part?
Yeah.
I'm getting the same threats 1090 is getting, and 1090 will tell you.
More premium content on the way. Larry Hoover. The talk right now. What y'all think about the content? Keep that notification bell turned on. I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. You already know. To everybody out there working hard on the grind, if you believe it, you'll achieve it. Do what you got to do today to be prepared for tomorrow. And there we go. But until next time, it's your boy Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.